Bigsby, come on. I can explain. I'll just switch to iOS for 1 week. Yeah, I'm not making this skip, but I am switching to this iPhone 7 Plus 256 GB for 1 week. Starting now. Right now. This very moment. So next Friday morning I got this bad boy back. Why am I doing this? I don't know. This iPhone kind of struck something in me, because it feels different, and I actually kind of like it. This phone, all the updates it's gotten since the first time, doesn't really feel new anymore. iPhone, I always seem to discover a new trick, whereas this one, it's like a new trick every like half a year. So yeah, still figuring out how to use an iPhone, efficiently, but like it so far. So it's gonna be a big downgrade though, because this phone has 12 gigs of RAM, except for that problem. USB-C. I like USB-C. And a pen that I really enjoy using. It's also got a case. The iPhone 7 Plus, I ordered a case. Yeah, I'll be here in October. No, wait, 1st September. Sorry, my bad. So, as soon as school starts. Oh. Anyways, big camera downgrade. These also have camera rings over them for extra protection. 100x zoom. It's actually 10x optical. 3x optical. Main camera, which is 108 megapixels. Ultra wide. And a laser autofocus sensor. And LED flash. Which the iPhone actually has a better version of that. The iPhone has a better LED flash. Honestly. That's 4 LEDs. This is what? One big LED? Damn. Apple. Damn. I do like glass, but this metallic feel on the iPhone is really good too. Well, time to swap SIMs. Wait, it's not swap. This iPhone doesn't have one. Oh well. That's it, I guess. I'm smart. Alright, my money. I borrowed that money. It's not mine. Technically. Where did I put this? Did I charge it enough? Yeah, probably. It's only 1 week after all, and did shut it off. Guess I just put it there. Ooh, convenient. Well, it is true, the video quality is very bad. Honestly, it's just bad. Color is bad, HDR sucks. It is 7 years old though, which is crazy to say. 7 years old. This phone is 7 years old? Damn. Anyways, the screen is really good. Damn, bro. But so far, gotta say, I think it's gonna go down well. And like the pictures look really good. Front camera is like any 2016 phone camera from 26. It sucks, basically. So I'm gonna be doing everything on this phone, from YouTube, Discord, TikTok, YouTube Studio, editing and filming. Actually, I'm gonna have to download a video editor. I wonder if CapCut is available, or iMovie. What is available actually? So I slept like total ass on day one, but that's not the iPhone's fault. Obviously, that's my fault because I was waiting to make a sale. I was meeting with someone at 9:30. Clearly I suck at that, at waking up, so I was trying to stay up all night. And I just took tiny naps at the end. And oh my god, the iPhone alarm really does give you that huge boost of anxiety in the morning. It's like coffee. 0 calories. Probably negative calories actually. But yeah. So far I like the phone. Using Messenger is really fluid and smooth compared to my Android, so pretty good. So it is day 1 so far. It's already halfway done. Just chilling in bed. I was just watching YouTube. I was planning on editing a video, but I just decided to film this. How is day 1 going so far? And I'd say it's going pretty good. Gotta use a charger, cause battery dies quickly. Well, to be fair, it's not that quick, since I have been using this phone since what, 8 a.m. without a charger, and I've only had it plugged in earlier for like the entire time I was playing Among Us, so pretty good battery actually. It does charge slowly, but that could be because I'm using a random cable I bought for $3. It's a random cable, not Apple certified or anything, not like from Apple, just a random cable that supports Lightning port. AKA 8-pin. That's what it's called. It's not even called a Lightning port, it's called an 8-pin, so I look really old like this. When I go up, I look normal. But I get super old when I lay down. But yeah, that's day 1 so far. I'd say it's going pretty good. I've been playing a couple of simple games on this phone, like some extreme car driving simulator. Among Us has been fun though, and then some block craft 3D, you know, very heavily Minecraft inspired game. And I think that's all the games I've been playing so far on this phone, and they've been really fun actually. Don't have a lot of ads. Actually, Among Us, I don't think he even has any ads, so that's pretty cool. The screen is definitely smaller than my other phone. You know, my main phone chilling over there, being inactive. But the screen is surprisingly big for something that's not actually big. The phone is comfortable. I can put it in my shorts pocket comfortably and not worry about it falling out. Or if I run, it falls out. No headphone jack, just like my phone, but that's fine. But yeah, so far I like it. It's not been too problematic to use it. I don't have Samsung Health, that's the only issue. But yeah, that's the only issue is that. Otherwise, I actually quite like using this phone. And yeah, that's how day 1 is going so far. Pretty good. Please excuse my hair. I woke up like 10 minutes ago. It's currently what? 21:06 at night. So that's 9 p.m. 06. And this phone is really good at standby. I still got all my notifications from all the apps. And I have app refresh turned on because I want to get notifications and stuff. But yeah, I still got all my notifications, and my phone finished charging at 18:10, 18:20, 18:30. Somewhere around 18 o'clock, give or take like 20 minutes. Or just give 20 minutes maybe. But yeah, it's got better standby than my phone. The iPhone 7 Plus I'm using has what? 85% battery health? That phone should have at least 90% since it's only a year old. This phone is from 2017. No, 2016, my bad. And I'm still at 100%. Seriously. If I scroll down. Okay, so I can't scroll down.
Uh, can figure it out. It's from the left side. So it's currently 21. It's currently 21:07 on the 4th of August. What? That's a Friday, right? Yes. And we're still at 100%. I don't think even my watch is 100%. Hold on. Yeah, my watch is 5%. I went to bed with 15%. How did my watch lose 10% in low power mode? I should shower. But yeah. Also another con about this iPhone, which I didn't even know about until recently. It's not water resistant. Unlike the iPhone 8, which came out a year later. That phone is, but I mean, if that phone breaks, I'll be more sad than if this phone breaks. 'Cause that one was more expensive. That phone cost me a leg and a half. I don't know. Also, this phone takes pictures faster and videos start recording faster, even if the video is the same resolution and frame rate. Even when I don't turn on high bit rate and HDR10 plus on that one, 1080p, 30 FPS on both. This one starts faster, even though the processor is ancient by today's standards. Um, Also, forgot to mention earlier that when you play car driving simulators, like 3D ones where you drive around, like in an actual 3D like world, um, it will stutter a bit at the start, because there's definitely way less RAM than on my phone with 12 gigs. This phone has like what, 2 or 3, maybe 4 gigabytes of RAM. I didn't check, and yeah, it'll stutter at the start, but it will get under control after like what, 2.5 minutes to 5 minutes. That's when it stops stuttering, and is actually able to smoothly. You're able to smoothly drive your car around. And also had the graphics on max, which is considered ultra. That phone is an ultra, but it's not. It didn't do so well. Seriously, how do you build a phone where the internal camera can damage the back of the screen? Tell me, Samsung, how you do that? Seriously, that 100x zoom camera, periscope lens, I think. I don't know. That 100x digital zoom camera, which is actually just a 10x optical zoom, that is so heavy that I dropped my phone from like my breast pocket. I'm 6'3", and like what? This is like 6'1", maybe 6 foot. I don't know. It's definitely around 6 foot, maybe less. I dropped it from my breast pocket, fell to the ground, onto the concrete ground of the road. Once. It just fell. Plop. Boom. Dead pixels on the top right of the screen. Right where what this camera is. So, that's a shame. Well, this phone, you haven't dropped it, luckily. Because I don't have a case on it yet, and I hope AliExpress is always. AliExpress usually says, oh yeah, your item will arrive on that time, and then it ends up arriving sooner. So. Yeah, so far I've been enjoying using the iPhone. Only drawbacks I've found so far: no multi-screen support, no like in-app window, so like YouTube as a pop-up. My phone supports that. But to be fair, this is an old phone. But it would be nice to have that. Editing software definitely makes this phone hot, but it is also this phone is also really thin. Like my watch ends up being thicker than the phone. That's how thin it is. But yeah, I'd say day one completed pretty well. Minor drawbacks like, oh, I can't watch YouTube while editing videos, which is good because I can focus more on the editing then. But yeah, I kind of I'm I quite like it so far, especially for 2016. If I were to have to use the Samsung S6 Edge Plus, which came out in 2018, a year before this phone, um, yeah, I'd suffer. That phone is what, on Android 7? You can't even install like the McDonald's app, where the iPhone did that, no problem, because Apple has so far the best software updates, like the longest support for their iPhones compared to like Android brands. But Samsung has recently stepped up, where you get 3 years of software support, which is, or 3 or 4 years of software support, I think. No, is it just 3 years? Damn, okay. But and 5 years of security updates, which still it pales in comparison to Apple, but it is definitely better than what Sony's doing with only 2 years of software and security updates. Seriously, 2 years? Are you kidding me? 2 years? What? Which it's funny how you only can get 2 years of software updates after blowing more money than on that phone. But that's a story for another day. I like this phone. Front camera is a bit grainy and noisy, but this back camera is quite better. It's still grainy and noisy, but the HDR is a lot better than the front camera. Ooh. Like, see? Like when I, oh, okay. Okay. Like when I click the manual square like here, like right there, that doesn't blow out the camera too much, and you can still see quite a bit of this, but there's quite a lot of bloom from here. Yeah, see? It doesn't look bad. Colors are okay. I mean, the colors could use work. That doesn't look really lively compared to IRL. You know, it's a bit dull colored. Here's what my floor looks like. I should take care of that. Headphones. Yeah, I'm gonna be using headphones. These headphones. Haven't used them yet. I wonder what the audio control is like. You know, Dolby Atmos, maybe, just like this expensive brick. Who knows? But yeah, that's my current experience with the iPhone 7 Plus. 256 GB. That's like the only like big thing I noticed. You get a plenty of storage for a 2016 phone without micro SD support. So, oh, and dual cameras. So, in 2016, you were already getting dual cameras, while with Samsung, you only got dual cameras in 2018, 2 years later. Well, Apple already had their optical zoom and the main camera. 2x optical zoom. And it actually performs really well for 2016 optical zoom. I've only noticed like colors are definitely different than from the front camera, but there's not a lot of noise or grain. It's like similar to the main camera because optical zoom, obviously. And yeah, it's impressed me so far. Zoom for 2016. Yeah, it pulls. It definitely pulls for an old phone. So, pretty good experience for day one. And I took it cycling and I liked it. So, because it's really lightweight and nimble. You don't even notice it in your pocket. So, yeah, that's my current experience with the iPhone 7 Plus. Thank you for watching day one. See you guys later. Yeah. Also, leaving the editing software CapCut in any way, shape, or form, even just looking at the notifications or control panel, cancels exporting immediately. So don't do that when you're at 90%. Yeah. Also, I really like this silent, the switch. If you want, like the side switch, if you want to have sound or not, instead of having it in software. I really like that. Silent mode on, silent mode off. It's really fun to fidget with.
because it's getting very repetitive, but still they won. I do have an iPad, which is an Apple device, but it uses iOS 9 because it's a 3rd gen 64 gig iPad. And yeah, this is the minimum requirement. Like, I've tried 3 apps already. YouTube needs iOS 15. Or sorry, 14. HBO Max needs iOS 12.4, and this needs iOS 13. So I gotta use a web browser to use basic stuff, basic streaming services. So, because I want to multitask, I want to like watch something and edit a video or talk to someone, you know, multitasking. Something about buying a black colored tripod and then just mounting this iPhone on it just feels natural. It feels like this iPhone was actually made for vlogging and video recording, or business, because of how it looks. It's a nice looking phone, especially for 7 years ago when the Samsung S7 was already out. That phone looked pretty good, but this phone feels more premium despite having a metal back. Seriously, a metal back looks really nice, despite the glass back being so much fancier and supporting wireless charging. To be fair, wireless charging is only if your charging port stops working. That's usually if you go into, like, you know, the sea, salt water. Why would you want to go in salt water in the first place unless you're stupid or very bad with holding your phone? But holding his phone on a tripod and looking at the back, it just looks really nice with that dual cameras. You know, with the dual camera, nice black matte finish. I just like holding it, but I do get nervous holding it in the first place without a case, despite how nice it looks without one. It's really nice feel in the hand, and it still feels modern, even though it obviously isn't. And I gotta say, day 2 using this phone, oh my god. Yes. That's all I can say. Just yes. I like holding this phone. I like using it. It's nice. It still films really good video for, you know, for its age at least. Especially considering the fact that this phone is 7 years old. It's nearly almost half the same. Like, it's almost half my age. I am gonna be 16 soon, so I didn't even realize I was filming in 4K. So that part of the video might look better, even though it's gonna be downscaled to 1080p. So. Because that's how 4K works, you know, video, yeah. It honestly, hold on, I gotta show you in the mirror this phone again. It seriously looks so nice on a tripod. And it doesn't feel heavy, it's like really light. So it's not gonna fall out of the tripod, it's not gonna move the tripod around, compared to my S22 Ultra, which is 300 grams of the case. What? It's like around 200 grams without the case and 270 with the case, which is ridiculous. This phone feels like nothing. It feels like air in my hand. When I put it in my jacket pocket, because it was cold outside, so I pulled out my leather jacket, put the phone in my breast pocket. Couldn't even feel it. Couldn't feel it was there, while my S22 Ultra is like, hey. I can tell when I have my phone with me, when I have my main Android phone. This one is so light, I barely notice it. To be fair, the newer iPhones, they use, what is it, stainless steel instead of aluminum, armored aluminum, which is really heavy, but does it last longer? Is steel better? Probably, yeah. But seriously, still 7 years old, and it pulls really well. I know one of my not my YouTubers. I know one of my favorite YouTubers, PlayNarc124. He daily drives an iPhone, and I've been watching him ever since he got, you know, he was moving on from his 5S to an iPhone SE. And ever since I saw the iPhone SE, I was like, 4K video recording on such a tiny phone, same amount of power as an iPhone 6S. Looks pretty nice. I might buy it one day. But in my country, at least, they don't sell the SE refurbished. They sell the 5S, which is similar to the SE, for $100, 64 gigs. So if I ever want a phone just for calls, I probably get a an iPhone. Like, if I need a phone for traveling that's lightweight, doesn't take up a lot of space, but has a lot of space inside, storage-wise, I'll probably get an iPhone 8 Plus, or an X, or an iPhone X. But like, if I just need a phone for traveling, to quickly pop my SIM into it, I'd probably use an iPhone as a second phone. Because I'm definitely gonna keep using this iPhone even after I stop this 1 week challenge. And honestly, I think this iPhone has been just slowly fitting into my everyday life, really quite smoothly. Still, the fact that I can't swap, change the camera mid-video, to the front camera, I can live with that. That's doable. Video is still good for 7 years old. Words. It's slowly going from, I have to do, 1 week of iPhone challenge, to, I'm just using this iPhone normally. It's no longer like, I'm using a phone as a challenge. It's just fitting into my everyday life smoothly, like quite smoothly. Because I went from a 1-year-old phone to a 7-year-old phone, which I thought was going to be a big problem. Like, oh no, old phone. No, it pulls. It still pulls. I've been playing a lot of Among Us on this phone, which is ironic because I don't really play Among Us. I haven't played it in years. I got recommended in the App Store, Apple App Store, and it was really good. It's really fun to play Among Us on this phone because of these bezels. I gotta say, the big bezels on this phone, like on the sides, they're actually really helpful for playing games because you don't accidentally touch the screen. But the phone is actually so thin that I really want to get a case on it just to hold it more comfortably. It's so thin in my hand, it's actually hard to hold it. That's how thin it is, which is surprising. Seriously, just looking at how thin it is, I'm like, what? How? Plus the battery life, really impressive. Really impressive. Good job, Apple. You make good batteries. Well, not just batteries. Obviously, software-wise, they're really on the next level when it comes to actually making smaller batteries last, which is a good thing. So imagine if like an iPhone had a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. That thing would last for what? Like maybe even a day, like an entire day of heavy usage, 24 hours, not just one day, aka 12 hours, like day, including the night, which is ironic because my S22 Ultra boasts, I can last an entire day. Dead, nope. I go to school with 85%, I am in school for like 6 to 7 hours, I get home, 40%. I start the day at 7 a.m. at 85%, and you're saying you're dead. Explain that, Michael. But, anyways, stop trying this video. I like the iPhone and the iPad. That's the iPad case. Whoops. Like, I've always thought like, okay, iPads are really good, and I honestly think Android tablets can't really compare to how well optimized iPads are. Like even before I switched to this iPhone for a week, I've always thought that iPads are definitely superior. But if like in my country, for some reason, every Apple product is purposefully overpriced. Because I was able to get like a Samsung tablet for cheaper, but if I could get an iPad at a realistic price, not inflated price by my goddamn country, I would probably buy an iPad instead of a Samsung tablet or any other Android tablet. I put this case on. Oh. What? Oh, I've been putting it on wrong. Oops. Other way around. Okay, that's not how you do it. There we go. Figured it out. But yeah, 256 gigs of storage on an iPhone is still better than a half a terabyte on an Android from Samsung. Like, why is the storage almost 100 gigs full from the box with an S23 Ultra with half a terabyte of storage? Almost 100 gigs, and I haven't even done anything. My data isn't copied yet, none of my photos are copied yet, none of my apps are downloaded yet. I got bloatware from Google, I got bloatware from Samsung, I got bloatware from Android, I got bloatware from my data provider. Why do I have all that bloatware? For what? I have Samsung internet and then I have Chrome as well. I don't need two browsers. If I want another browser, I tell you to download it. But no, you already have it preloaded. What's the point with having two browsers? Can't I uninstall one? No, you can only disable the Samsung. Why can I only disable the Samsung one? But I can easily uninstall the Google Chrome one. You know, this is probably why iPhones are so much more expensive. Because iPhones don't come with bloatware. Their software is more optimized for their phones because they don't make a bajillion of them like Samsung. Well, to be fair, Samsung does fit in more majority of people because they have like phones for people that don't have a lot of money or don't want to spend a lot of money on the phone if they only need it for calls and texting. Or they just want a phone for their kid, you know, their child. iPhone is more of the people that want to like actively use their phone for a long time without having to charge it every 2 minutes. You know, it's a premium phone for a reason, from a premium brand for a reason. They're a trillionaire company for a reason. Oh my god, that's a big number. They're a trillionaire company also because some of their chargers, well, actually a lot of their chargers, they break easily. Yeah, I won't deny that. That's probably one of the reasons why they're a trillionaire company. But they do make good phones. People need, like other companies just follow Apple because Apple is the main brand. And oh my god, I can't believe I'm saying any of this, but it's true. Apple is leading the market. They're like the top dog when it comes to phones. They already know what they're doing. They've been doing this for a long time. They first did it in 2007, the year I was born. That's how long they've been doing it. It's crazy. Hey, monkey. But yeah. Oh my god, 10 minutes. I'm gonna cut this video as soon as possible. But iPhones, well, yes, iPhones don't have that much RAM. I think the newest iPhone has like 6 or 8 gigs of RAM. They're not even in double digits when it comes to gigabytes. While some gaming phones are like, oh, 16 gigabytes, 18 gigabytes. One Samsung was like 16 gigabytes, S32 Ultra, whoa. And I'm just like, you have all that RAM, and yet your RAM usage is even more than the previous phone. What's the point in having more RAM if I can't even use that more RAM because you're using 4 gigs in the background? 4 gigabytes, and I have no apps open. I just restarted the phone, 4 gigs used out of 12. You only leave me 8 gigabytes. What is this BS? Well, the iPhone has good software optimization. Seriously, the optimization on iPhones for software is so much better than Android. Like, I used to use an S9 Plus. It's like, oh, I have 6 gigs. Oh, 2 gigs used in the background. Okay, that's okay. Then I get an S22 Ultra. Okay, I have 12 gigs and 4 gigs, or 8 gigs using the storage. Sorry, we're just gonna use 4 gigs with the main storage in the background, you know, instead of the slower one. I'm like, why are you doing that? Use the slower storage for background apps. Didn't you say that was the reason for RAM Plus? And they're just like, I'm just using main RAM instead. Why? What are you doing in the background? Are you mining cryptocurrency? What the hell? But yeah, cutting this video as soon as possible. Oh my. If I need a laptop, I'd probably buy a MacBook. Like a MacBook Pro or a MacBook Air. Because I want either a big laptop or a big... no, wait. I either want a smaller laptop that's more powerful, or if I want to get a big MacBook, like a big laptop, I'd probably get the Air. Because one, I don't need all that performance on a big screen, and two, it will be very good for portability because that battery, oh my god, it just lasts, basically. Like my Asus laptop, just boasting like, oh, we switched to built-in graphics on the CPU so your battery lasts even longer when you're on the road. It didn't even last me to Croatia. That was like less than 2 hours of trip. I started at 100. I used battery saver. I did like all the battery cutting measures. I used built-in graphics. I turned on battery saver. I turned down my brightness. Boom, dead in like an hour. I wasn't even gaming. I was just watching YouTube and had my Bluetooth headphones. Nope, dead. And the MacBook, you can just run it at full power while you're on the go, and it can last you like what, 10 hours on the Air or Pro? What? Same goes for iPads. iPads are crazy powerful. I wouldn't consider them computers, but I would definitely consider them really powerful for something that's considered a tablet. Like it's a tablet. What? How is a tablet so powerful? I mean, yeah, it's a bit large space, but still. Apple Watch might consider it because these Samsung watches, the band is just not meant to last. It says it can last water. No, it's leather. I should have known. Leather is not meant to be like in water all the time, especially genuine leather. Oh yeah, genuine, genuine. Especially when you sweat. That sweat goes into the watch band, leather watch band, and then it's gonna smell forever and also make it fall apart even faster. Just because you sweat. What the hell? And the watch was over 300. Like, what the hell? 300 for a non-LTE watch? Why? What else? The AirPods also sound pretty good, but I don't really need headphones right now. But those AirPods Max, like headphones, those are really good. But oh my god, are they ever expensive? So if I'm rich, maybe I'd consider like buying more Apple products. But I'm not rich, so I'm probably not gonna buy that many Apple products. A laptop, I choose Apple. Desktop, I'd probably go with like my own build. Build yourself a PC and then just run virtual machine with macOS. So I have Windows and then a slightly slower version of macOS. I already told you, tablet definitely gonna be iPad. Watch, if I do end up owning an iPhone after 5 years of owning my S22 Ultra, I will definitely consider an iPhone. It will definitely be like one of my options. I'm like a big Samsung fan, and the fact that Samsung has been slowly driving me away with cutting features like, oh, sorry, no more headphone jack. It's like, why no headphone jack? Headphone jacks are really inexpensive. They don't take up that much space. Too bad. So, okay, no headphone jack. I can deal with that. At least we have micro SD. Yeah, sorry, we're gonna cut micro SD. Like, why the hell do you want to cut micro SD? I know it's because of money. I absolutely know it's because of the money. You profit more because we have to buy more storage at the start because we don't know how much we'll need in the future. And we can't just have like, you have any idea how long it takes to use USB-C to USB-C data travel? Like, seriously, I use the fast USB-C cable that can charge a laptop. Like it has the power to charge a MacBook Pro at full power. It's like 70 or more watts of power in that one cable I used, and it's also braided. And I plugged it into my phone. I plugged it into the USB-C port on my laptop. You know how slow it was? You have any idea how slow it was traveling data? Oh, 20%. Okay. It was so slow. It was so unbelievably slow. I wanted to transfer like 100 gigabytes of videos onto my computer. Like, my computer has an M.2 SSD, NVMe. It's not cashless. It has a cache on it. You know how slow that was? It was ungodly slow. 50 megabytes. Like 50 megabytes per second. Peak. The average was like what, 20 to 30. So it took forever to copy all those videos. I had to do other stuff. I couldn't even use my phone because the slight movement of that USB-C cable, my phone was like, oh, okay, over, okay, it's done, okay, cool. I'm like, oh, why did you end that quick, man? Keep the connection. You barely lost any. Like, seriously, I just do this. Look. I do that. Disconnected. And it's a good cable. I bought it recently. I paid $17 for it. Definitely paid too much. But seriously, why? How? Stupid. Stop doing that. Bastards. I hate that. But yeah, to be fair, iPhone isn't better because of their lightning port, but they will change that soon. So day 2 is more of ranting on the company that's been feeding me their phones this entire time. And I used to complain, why do people buy iPhones? They're so overpriced, it's not worth it. Now that I've tried iPhone for literally only 2 days. Only 2 days I've tried this phone. And I get the appeal. The software is clean, the software is smooth, everything feels like responsive, it doesn't feel like you're being slowed down at all. Sure, you get way less control over an iPhone compared to an Android. Like an Android you do everything, but like, to be fair, every Android is really basically the same. It's like, every iPhone is its own thing, It's like, oh, okay, this iPhone has this feature, and this one has that feature too. You know what an iPhone looks like when you see one, but when you see an Android, like from Samsung, considering how many similar phones Samsung has, it's like, which phone is that? that the Samsung Galaxy A41? No, it's the Samsung Galaxy A51. It's like, oh, of course. It's like, oh, cool. It looks the same. I mean, to be fair, in Samsung's defense, they have been making less similar phones if you look at the flagship phones. And the budget phones, they all look identical. Like every now and then the budget phones will look different, but they're basically the same altogether. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, but like every Android phone, it's the same thing, except they look like the software just looks different. It's like just a simple UI change. It's like, oh, it's like taking this painting, you know? Let's take this painting for example. So like I took this painting, right? And the only thing I did was I changed the colors. Like, okay, these shoes, nah, make them red. This hat, make it blue. Okay, done. And let's say this person was in this spot in this seat. He was like in the seat behind him. It's just Android is just moving features around. It's all the same thing in the end. You just put one place into another, and that's that. It's like, what the hell, man? It's all identical. Oh my god, past me would be so confused why I'm simping for Apple right now, but he would understand if he actually used an iPhone instead of using it for like a minute or two. Seriously, I like Apple now. And don't even forget how good Apple's software support is. That thing is on a whole nother level, especially compared to Sony with their 2 years of software and security updates. This phone is 7 years old. It has iOS 15.7. That is really new for a 7-year-old phone. What does Apple have right now? Like iOS 16? No, I think it's 17. So you're not really that behind if you buy like a couple years old of an iPhone. Like if you buy a Samsung phone, like my phone for example. No, not my phone. Yeah, no. If you were to buy an S21 series phone next year, that phone would be no longer supporting software updates in what? No, it already wouldn't be supporting software updates because those are 3 years only. You'd only have security updates for 2 more years and then done. No more updates. Done. It's like, what? That's 5 years. Apple can do it for 2 more years of software updates on top of Samsung's security updates. But to be fair, Samsung is doing a very good job when it comes to Android, but compared to Apple, Apple is doing their darn best, and that's probably because they don't release like a bajillion phones per month. Seriously, Samsung, relax. To be fair, Apple's phones every year don't really have much change, but I hope they will soon. Or 4 to 5 years, I don't know. That phone has no idea what's gonna happen in 4 to 5 years. There's no way I just gained 7% from charging like 3 or 4 minutes. Why do I always look old like this? When did my iPad start using 10 gigabytes of storage? Seriously, look at this. I haven't downloaded anything because I can't download anything. Seriously, what is using 10 gigabytes on this thing? How do I? Whoop. There we go. How am I using 10 gigs? Look, iBooks is like kilobytes. Safari is 1.7 megabytes. What is using this storage? Seriously, it was less than 1 gigabyte of used storage like a couple days ago. How are we at 10 gigabytes? Tell me, Michael. Tell me. Oh, it's because it transferred all my photos and videos to this iPad. Okay. Why? Who told you to do that, Michael? I just want to play Among Us and watch YouTube. Whoa. Whoa, wait a minute. What's that in your hand? What the heck? So, God doesn't like me calling bus drivers dickheads. To be fair, I only called one a bad asshole for splashing billions of liters of water at me twice. And after I mentioned that in the video, God struck me down and purposely worsened my grip on my phone by 1,000,000,000%, and obviously it fell. Dickhead of a bus driver way back there. He was a dick, God. You can't say otherwise. Again, the same bus. And now there's a ton of scratches on the side, so yeah, day 2 of owning an iPhone's not going well. Buy a case, people. It might be expensive, but oh my god, investing in a rugged case will save you hundreds of dollars. And no, not a wallet case. That thing is useless. I swear to God, bro, I hate bus drivers. I got splashed by one once, and then the second time when it splashed me, it caused me to drop my phone because it was such a wave of cold goddamn water. There's a crack, like a tiny crack, top right of my phone. My iPhone, you know what that means? This phone is basically worth €2. Not really, but it's definitely lost like 50 to 100 euros of value, especially with all the stupid dings on the sides now because of that dickhead bus driver. Imagine owning an iPhone for only 3 days. Like an old iPhone in mint condition, never needed to go to repair except I think the battery one time. And one time you get splashed by a dickhead bus driver, so you tell the world about it, and then the same bus driver splashes you again. What the fuck, man? So I've been on 1% for a long time. Also, I think the speakers are full of water. Let me check, hold on. Okay, so speakers were full of water. The bus driver is still a dickhead. And I feel really bad I dropped this phone because I really like it. So, screw you, bus driver. He's such a
Test out this phone in more day-to-day tasks. I decided to go to Croatia for vacation with my iPhone.
Look at that goober. What's he doing? I have no clue. But he's definitely exploring. He does not like this side of the yard. Hey man, hey, come back, come back, come back, come back, come back. He's so cute. He's so cute. Oh, here's the other one. None! 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 What? Don't like that, dog. Don't. Okay. Hey, dog. Let me pet you. Let me pet you. Let me pet you. Yeah, friends. Friends. Friends.
Ja, ja sam vidio to, ja. Ja, grozan, res.
I know it's 1 week with iPhone, but I need Wi-Fi so I don't burn through my limited mobile data plan in Croatia. Where's the other one? Where's the other Wi-Fi? Why aren't you working?
Whatever, this is good enough. Disgusting. Get out of my sight.
Alright, so here we went out to eat. We had some homemade iced tea. I had melted cheese with truffles, a burger, and my parents had a fish plate. Took a really good nap just now. We're gonna take the dogs for a walk and get a quick bite to eat before a crazy storm comes. So, ooh. This is day 2 of owning an iPhone, and if you don't already know, there's a crap ton of sorry, I just woke up. Floods in different parts of my town, like Škofja-Loka, Maribor, Kamnik, and Medvode. All of those are flooding in Slovenia right now because of constant raining. So, and yeah, we're gonna be experiencing something like that in Croatia. Major clouds right now. Major.
yesterday. Like, I went to sleep in the most beautiful weather, and now we got that.
Ne, zvečer jaz ne vem. Sem rekla, da ne bom nič, imam ementaler. Sem rekla, da sem...
Oh, Jesus. Bro, I was barely out there. Already so.
Ja, a sta utrgana?
You lucky son of a bitch.
Zakaj?
A me vidiš?
Se me čisto moča, a sta vida prefuknjena, ali kaj?
Ti prefuknil, ne mene?
Jaz sem zaradi psov še...
Jaz sem tekel.
A vida nista normalna. Koliko sta pa vida zabita?
Ona je rekla.
Zakaj niste rekla, da tam, kaj niste ene kave spila tam v stažičarni?
Ona je rekla, naj grem.
Joj?
Ona je rekla, naj grem.
Mogla preobliti se, a ti se tudi ne moreš preobleči, ker je vse v našem studiu.
Ja, bomo že.
No, jaz nimam nobenih ekstra oblek. To je moja zadnja majica.
Zakaj si pa preoblekel, kaj pa ono, kjer si šel na pot?
Ja, si fino. Kje
Švic.
imaš?
Švic. Anyways, it's what, day 3 now? Owning an iPhone. Luckily, I only dropped my phone today once. But that's my dad's fault this time, so not my fault. He tickled me and it just flew out of my pocket. Boing. And, yeah, I'd say day 3 went pretty well. I ran in the rain with my phone earlier. As you saw, I've been taking a bunch of pictures. Battery life is great, especially in standby. It doesn't lose a lot of battery compared to my Samsung. My Samsung is usually in standby, while I'm power using this phone, even though I probably shouldn't, because you know that chugs the battery a lot. What else? Taking picture of food. I have to turn on a filter. Whoa. Big whoop. I have to turn on a filter to take pictures of food. It's vivid warm or just normal vivid, depending on what it looks like. Because otherwise the pictures come out like a bit flat, you know? Colors come out a bit flat, otherwise it's a pretty good photo. So I turn on vivid mode so the colors look more bright and colorful, which makes food look a lot better. Same goes for vivid warm, depending if it's a, you know, warm meal, for example. If it's ice cream, I just put on vivid and boom, it's good. Videos, I'd say, are pretty good. A bit noisy at times, but nothing too drastic. Also, the flash on the back is really bright. This is the lowest setting. I'm still going blind. Yeah, this flash can go brighter than my phone's flash. And why this phone's 7 years old? How can I have a brighter flash? That makes no sense. But yeah, I can. I like the metal back, but I would definitely want to put a case on it. As soon as it arrives, I'm putting my phone in the case. Because rocks can scratch metal. There's no denying that. But rocks can't scratch glass, most of the time at least. Like ordinary rocks you usually find at the beach, you know? Or sand, but that's a whole other issue. What else? Trying to think. I think that's about it. I'd say day 3 went pretty well with this phone. I'm having fun using it. Still a bit of a shame I can't use 2 apps at once, but I'm managing. I'm probably gonna download the music app, listen to some music, you know, while playing Among Us or talking to friends and boyfriend on Discord. So it'll be pretty fun. Yeah, that's about it. It's what time is it? It is. Jesus, I'm blind. Can you shine that on me for me? Yeah, that helped. Yeah, it went brighter. Okay, so it's the 6th of August, and the time is basically 9 p.m., which is 20:58. I'm probably gonna start heading to bed. I got this giant bed. Look at that. Giant bed. And I got AC in my room. It is flipping amazing. It's a bit old, you know. It looks a bit old, but it really is nice. Like, that light is very useful. Probably could have used that instead of the flash. Got a nightstand here. Got a light here. Peekaboo. Yeah, it's pretty nice. And I forgot my charger in the car, so I got this power bank that my brother no longer uses, and I just plug my charger. Wait, let me plug it in. Hold on. How much charge? Oh Jesus, we don't have a lot of charge left. We have like 5,000 milliamp hours, because original capacity. Oh, it's low power mode. I got 10%. That's bad. So yeah, this is a 10,000 milliamp hour power bank. This phone has a almost 3,000 milliamp hour battery. So this power bank does come in handy a lot. I just regret taking this, buying this super long charger, because it wastes so much juice. Because there's so much more like resistance because it's a longer charger. Same amount of power, longer charger. That's dumb. I'm probably gonna go to the store, like the same store I bought this charger, Teddy, and buy a shorter charger, like 1 meter, because it'll be the same power, but it'll be shorter and €1 cheaper. So, yeah, I'm gonna probably sign off now. Sign off. What am I? Documentary mode. I'm still 10%. I'm gonna sign off. I'd say day 3 went very well. I'm writing in my notes what I'm eating, so when I do switch back to my Android, I can write it all on my in my Samsung Health app. My dinner today was a croissant with milk, so literally an entire whole milk bottle, just the entire bottle, because I was thirsty. But yeah, I'd say this day is going well, and yeah, that's about it. So see ya. Oh yeah, if I do make more pictures, oh, it's a dual LED setup. Huh, cool. Top 2 LEDs. Anyways, before I go blind, thank you guys for watching day 3 of me owning an iPhone 7 Plus. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe. And if I make any more photos or videos, you'll probably see it. Bye! I had no clue how zoomed in the camera was. I thought this was far away and you're gonna see, like, a lot of my body, but no, you basically saw this. Where's the milk, man? Where's the milk? Where's the goddamn milk? Oh, where's the milk at? Where's the milk at? That's just cheap. What the? Where's the milk? Oh, okay. What the hell is a kilometer? Currently, I'm outside with my dog. He is absolutely tired. Like, he's so suckered out. He just does not want to be here anymore. He wants to go home and lay on his bed, right? Same goes for him. But currently I'm waiting for my parents to come back. They're doing business. Cleaner's here, so I'm outside so she can actually clean the house. It's pretty nice. I got a nice view of the pool. No clouds, pretty much. Ooh, clouds. A bunch of flowers over here. They look really pretty. But that's about all I'm doing. Right, doggy? Yes. Sleepy boy. But we just turn on the other side. But yeah, I'm just waiting for him to come back. Right now, all I've been doing on my phone is watching YouTube Shorts. So, draining my brain of IQ. Oh crap, does this phone have OIS? I think so. Yeah, the main camera has OIS. That's cool.
The zoom lens doesn't, but that's nice. Yeah, I'm gonna listen to Spotify. Hope they won't give me like a billion ads, totaling in a minute and a half of just pure ads, just like last time. But yeah, so music time. Oh, and the reason why I'm gonna be using Spotify instead of downloading music or using SoundCloud is SoundCloud usually doesn't have official songs. It's just remixes or short versions. So I'm using Spotify, non-premium. I know, very scary. That's terrifying. But yeah, I just don't want to download my music all over again because it's pointless. And for some reason I turned into a cat, and for some reason he's chill about that. Probably because of my shirt, having a bunch of cowardly dogs. But yeah. God damn it. Guess what just happened? More chipping on the corner of my phone. Is the back okay? Luckily, yes. So I had it on my lap, you know, the front of the phone on my lap. Whee! Boom. The glass is too smooth. I don't know what to tell you. So it just slid off like nothing. Look. Yeah. But faster, you know. It's such a violent sound when it fell. Luckily there's no more damage than there was before. Phone. And I'm very low battery right now. I'm at like 14%, and I turned on low power mode when I had like what, 23%. Now I'm down to 14. So, I hope my power bank has enough charge in it to, I don't know, make this phone last 4 more grueling hours. My mom's been waiting for my dad for like an hour in his car, so I don't know what the hell my dad is doing. Seriously, what the hell is he doing that for that long? Like, bro, I'm hungry, even though I had a big breakfast. I'm hungry again because it is 13:15. I had breakfast over 2 hours ago. I'm starving already. My dog thinks someone's here, but obviously no one is. I don't know what he's doing. Hey man, what you doing? What you doing? Who's there? Oh, nobody. Come on, man. Oh, it's unlocked. I probably used my charger actually. Seriously, there's no one. I don't know who you're waiting for. Buddy, what are you waiting for? Don't turn your back on me, young man. Actually, technically, in dog years, he's older than me. Respect the people younger than you, dog. Look at him. He likes the wind. Well, you like the wind, huh? I like the wind, Joey. He likes wind. Even though my dad says he doesn't, he clearly does. See, it was more windy here, so he went here and look at him. He's just enjoying it. That one's just been there the entire time. This one just keeps moving around whenever he can. Luigi! Hey, man. Oh yeah, how has using iPhone been? Good, actually. I really like the software of iOS compared to Samsung's One UI skin. Everything has its own place. It's not all in one, you know, notification panel thingy. Like on my Samsung, you know, I scroll down. Oh, you gotta scroll down again for the actual functions. Where in iOS it's either, oh, I want to see notifications, scroll down. Okay, there's all my notifications at once. I can even access camera while YouTube is running in the background, or any other app, so that's pretty convenient. And then I go back. Okay, I want to change some functions. Scroll from down to up. Really convenient, you know. Oh, I want to access some other functions, you know. Dun. Oh, okay, my headphones have that many percentage of battery. My brain is slow. My phone has that much battery, you know. It's also in a circle, so you get even, you know, visual cues, not just percentage cues. If you go all the way to the right, you have the app drawer. So basically, all your apps, you know, if they are on your home screen. So instead of just, going up, like, to a different place of the phone to see more, you just go right and there's your drawer full of apps. I really like the name, App Drawer. That's a nice name, I like that. Also, this phone feels snappier than my S22 Ultra with what? You know? Like, at least now that I'm using it, it feels snappy compared to all the times I've used my Samsung. It's like, I'm listening to music and it's like a big notification instead of covering the entire screen, like on a Samsung, which I honestly prefer. It feels way more clean and I can still see my background and potential notifications instead of having to go out and then be like, oh, how do I change music? Oh crap, I gotta turn my phone off, turn it back on, just tap the power button. No actual turning it all the way off. And then I can access music. While on this phone, it's already there. Can see notifications, scroll to notifications, scroll back up, boom, change music, pause music, even just audio if I don't want to use the volume buttons, and just press volume. I'm so smart. If I don't want to use the volume buttons for whatever reason, and I just think it feels snappier, because of all these small functions, especially considering the fact this phone has iOS 15.7. So it doesn't even have the newest version of iOS, yet still feels snappy as all hell. For a 7-year-old phone, I am very impressed, because the Samsung S9, a phone that came out almost 2 years later than this one, would feel way less snappy. It would be like, so that, you'd be glitching out all over the place. And that phone has double the RAM as this one, and starts at 64 gigabytes. Well, this one starts at 32, but again, big age difference. And it does top out at 256 gigs, and supports a 400 gig micro SD card, unlike this phone. This one doesn't support micro SD cards at all. But that phone would be laggy as hell, but have the same amount of cameras, well, probably better cameras, to be fair. Maybe. Because doing selfies on this phone, my face feels real. It doesn't look like rubber, like on the Samsung. But, yeah. iPhones can last, especially if Apple stopped locking down their phones as much. With not being able to repair it on your own and having to take it to them. I'm gonna tell you all the things Apple should do and what will convince me to actually make the switch once I completely wear out my Samsung, current Android. Obvious thing number one, USB-C, which I think Europe is gonna force them to do, so that's gonna be great. I love USB-C. Keep the SIM card thingy. Keep it. My service provider doesn't have eSIMs yet, so please Apple, keep physical SIMs. That's so useful. Please Apple, thank you. Third thing is, I don't know. I have no clue. Those are the main two things I want, at least on an iPhone. Because the display quality is already pretty good. I mean, sure, it has lower resolution than Samsung, but the way they make the displays, aka Samsung, is really impressive. 10-bit colors, 120 hertz, and it feels smoother than my Android. Okay, sign me up. Honestly, battery life is also like a really important thing for me on a phone, which apparently the newer iPhones are top dog at. Like the 14 Pro Max shreds the S23 Ultra, which is, oh, hey iPhone, you might be getting my money soon, Apple. And wireless charging, while I don't really use, would be convenient if I ever damaged or broke the charging port, which is actually good. Like, that's one of the benefits of a lightning port. It's more durable than USB-C, but it's definitely a lot slower and more proprietary-ish than USB-C. Because I have a ton of USB-C cables, but I only have one lightning port cable. That was when I got this phone. So yeah. iPhones are pretty good, and I'm probably gonna buy one. Especially if battery life is good, because my S22 Ultra uses an Exynos processor. That's all you need to know. It sucks. my Android with its in-house chips sucks. Well, Apple has always been using in-house chips, and I don't think they've ever disappointed with it. Especially the fact that this one has like 3 gigs of RAM. That I'm like, what the hell? What do you mean 3 gigs of RAM? Oh my god, no, this phone is gonna be so laggy. It is not laggy. It actually performs really well. Exporting video does get the phone like really hot and does just
chug the battery like nothing. But it does export fairly quick for 7 years old, and the software is also really like the software support is crazy. It's really crazy. I never thought I'd one day be like, okay, I'm gonna buy an iPhone. I wanna buy an iPhone, not just I wanna buy an iPhone. Yeah, this I have less control over software. I don't have RAM plus, just extra RAM. But on an iPhone, do you really need extra RAM considering how good their software is? Seriously, S22 Ultra, 4 gigs of RAM on idle, doing nothing, no apps open, complete restart of the phone. What are you doing with those 4 gigs? You leave me with 8 gigs available, and somehow take up like another extra gigabyte just for existing, reserved. And then I have to use RAM plus 8 gigs, which takes up storage that you're already stealing quite a lot of. 60 gigs, 60 to 70 gigs. For what? System? Dude, Windows 11 and 10 combined take up less. This phone's operating system takes up less. I started this phone with 12 gigs of used storage for all the... It even had preloaded apps, some extras. Well, Samsung has Samsung apps and Google apps, which, oh my god, that's a nightmare to delete. Sure, it will be quick, but sometimes it doesn't want you to, and you're like, just let me delete the apps, bro, I don't need them. Like, okay, for example, on the iPad, you can't delete Safari and some other apps. On the iPad, at least, you can't delete a lot of apps. But on the iPhone, you can delete contacts if you want. You can delete Health app. You can delete Safari. You can delete quite a lot of stuff before you'd be confused on why you can't delete more. I was able to delete the iTunes Play Store, the Music app, another app store of sorts, I think. I was able to delete a lot of apps before I was like, okay, I can't delete more. It wasn't even I can't delete more. I was like, okay, I don't need to delete more. I myself was like, okay, this is good. I deleted enough. I deleted what I wanted to delete, and now we're good. And 256 gigs of storage is really impressive for an iPhone, considering how much less storage it takes up. I know I already said this in the last couple of days of using this, but I gotta just say it again. iPhone knows how to make Apple knows how to make their operating systems. They know how to optimize the software as good as it can be. Samsung is just putting their One UI skin and their features on top of Android, which already has a billion features. So you got a billion features on top of a billion features. So now you got 2 billion features for stuff you might not even use. And you don't even have interesting wallpapers. Like, oh, okay, cool, sparkles. What was the point of that? iPhone, on this one at least, I like the backgrounds. They're lively, they're colorful. While Samsung's like black background with weird sparkle thing. I'm like, what? Black background with sparkle? I mean, what? I just use a custom background on my Android, and on the iPhone I just kept the background, the wallpaper, the same from the start. I didn't even change it to a different one. I might, now that I've mentioned it, because they're both the same background, but still, I didn't even need to change it because I liked how it looked. It was warm colors, which is actually good for the eyes, makes me sleepier at night. And it's like lively yet warm colors, and at the same time it's not so bright they'll burn out my retinas. I like it. iOS is just made for iPhone. Android is just, that phone can have Android. Doesn't mean it'll be good. But iOS is specifically made for iPhone, which is why it works so well together. It's like both software and hardware working together in harmony. And oh my god, I just realized there's a small green circle in the top corner or bottom corner that tells me whether an app is using my microphone or camera. That is so useful. What the hell? The S9 doesn't have that. My mom's S10. No, my mom's S10 does have that, but the S9 didn't have that. I'm so shocked. My throat gave out. Nope, that's my stomach. Okay. But yeah, thank you, Apple, I guess. Yeah. My god. Also, iMacs. I really like the iMac. Even though it's not upgradable anymore, or it's either upgradable or hard to upgrade. But yeah, I gotta say, pretty good. I like iMacs. I like MacBook laptops in general. I even considered getting a Mac Mini once. That's how much I like, Apple computers and iPads. That's technically a computer too, but still, I gotta mention it extra. Because I've done a lot of research. I've been trying to get I want to get an Apple laptop, because the battery life on even the M1 is crazy. Might get it refurbished from Apple because the prices are actually really impressive. Like 1 year old refurbished MacBook Pro, M1 Pro. Yeah, M1 Pro, I think. Yeah, M1 Pro. 15-inch Retina, 16 gigs of RAM, half a terabyte of storage. I'm like, what the hell? What doesn't it have? A nuke button? And it's really. Sorry, words are slipping out of my head. It's really just incredible what Apple actually can do. Yeah, you do pay a premium, but I actually understand the premium now, actually using an iPhone. Now I understand why people buy iPhone. They have the speed and capability. Oh, 10%. Wow, that took a while to get to 10%. 4%. I've been filming for 20 minutes and I only lost 4% at that time. Especially considering the battery is 2900 milliamp hours and 85% battery health. Which, if I understood that correctly, means I have less than 2500 milliamp hours of battery available. So this phone does not only feel snappier than my phone, has more effective storage than my phone, at the start, more deletable apps, less bloatware, better wallpapers, a really impressive display for 7 years ago, and it feels big. The phone feels big, probably because of the bezels, but still, the Dolby Atmos, yeah, Dolby Atmos. I think at least it's Dolby Atmos, probably not. But the top speaker on this phone, when you go on a call, it works while you're using the phone. So Samsung didn't have that yet. They brought it on the S8 after a couple of updates, which is probably an extra year. Samsung took at least half a year before introducing that feature that Apple already had on the iPhone 7. Maybe the 6, I don't know. I do know it's on the 7 Plus. The top speaker firing and the bottom two speakers, well, my left speaker doesn't work, but my right one does. And it sounds really good. I covered the bottom speaker. Oh, wow, sound from the top speaker. That's so cool. It's like, what the hell? If Apple can do all this, imagine if other companies started doing it. That would mean a lot more, fighty fight. There would be more competition, and Apple would actually do even harder. They actually make big changes to iPhone if other people follow their steps. But no one wants to. Why? They're fine. They're chilling. But what the hell, man? Why though? iPhone's so good. But yeah, before we sound like an Apple sheep or something, which I probably already do. Now I'm actually starting to understand why Apple is seen as such a premium device. And go Apple. Phone died basically. Connected to my very normal charger. Because I actually didn't have it with me, I had it in the car. And guess what? My parents went with the car, so I didn't have the car, which means I didn't have my charger. Yeah. So now I'm just chilling in the front seat actually. Oh, it's really I'm comfortable. I'm way more comfortable than I was earlier. Got a nice view of trees, car, another car. And I'm probably gonna turn off the electronics. Ooh. I got a little bit of AC now. That's definitely not a little bit. That's a bit more than a little bit. But it's all refill AdBlue 2100 kilometers. Yeah, I'm gonna throw down the AC. I already have a bunch of wind every now and then. Yeah, so AC is at its lowest I can put it without the car having to be off. Also, hello, you can see me like that. Isn't that cool? I should just film for the rest of this video like this. So, yeah, now I just gotta wait for my parents to pack their stuff. Wait, haven't they already packed? What the hell are they even doing? Oh yeah, laundry. Right, I'm tired. Also, I can put on music. Music. What music do I can put? Yeah. Nothing interesting. Let's just jazz. Yeah. Is it even jazz? Probably not. Yeah, buddy. Alright, so at this point we were starving, so we got in the car and started heading to a restaurant. And I ordered a Pepsi. My parents ordered soup. There's some bread. And I got a big old pizza. And here are just some random photos I took to test out the camera, see how it performs, some screenshots, all that jazz. Here's a photo I sent to my brother. Here's another one. I like this sunset shot when we were heading back home. Why was he putting stuff in the trash can here? Bye. Anyways. Cool. Okay. Watch this. Neutral, right? Whee! Wow, we are moving so quick, guys. Isn't this awesome? Wow. Wow. Watch this. Uh-oh. I don't have power. No steering. No power steering. If car off, there's no power steering. You gotta manually turn on parking brake, by the way, because I don't have any of that. Hi, I'm Saul Goodman. Do you know I hate fake trash cans?
New video for my YouTube channel. What I sing, that's what I'm gonna be singing. Hear me now.
Jump scare. Oh. Okay. Day 5 already of owning an iPhone. And I gotta tell you, I wanna multitask. I wanna play games on this phone and watch YouTube. However, that third-gen iPad is a piece of crap. It's from 2013. It's got a dual-core 1 GHz custom-made processor from Apple. You know, by Apple, just from Apple. It sucks. It just sucks. Let's get that out of the way. It's a bad processor. It's slow. It's got 1 gig of RAM, which is 2 less than this phone, and can't run YouTube. It can't run Chrome. It can't run Firefox. It can't run HBO Max. It can't run Voil. And now, out of nowhere, it stopped being able to run YouTube on the browser. So, we're gonna bring back an old friend of mine, my first ever laptop. The 2012 MacBook Air 11-inch. This computer right here has 4 gigs of DDR3 1600 MHz RAM and a 128 GB flash drive. So yeah, it's definitely very well equipped. With an Intel i5-3317U, it will definitely not pack a punch in today's world, but still defeats the iPad by about 5 billion years, despite being a year older. It runs newish software. Well, new enough. I'm trying. Whoa, look at how much power we still have left. No longer plugged in, look at that. It's impressive. How powerful are these bricks? Holy moly. There we go. That was a lot of capacitors. And there we go. I like this computer. Right now I got doggos in my bed. You're sleeping. Okay. Where's the light? Well, that's not the right light. Just point it away from them. And way down. It's fine, right? You can carry on sleeping, okay?
To be fair, I really like the design of this computer, especially for 2012 one. Like, look at that. Nice finish. Nice metal silver finish. Except that's a shame. Probably gonna put it in my bed, to be fair. Boink. I was like running this computer for like 1 billion years ago. It was at 70 Celsius. 70 to 80 Celsius. Constantly. So it was busy doing stuff. Can't really tell you what stuff, but yeah, stuff. Alright, the prongs are a bit garbagey at the end. Wow. I don't even need the long extension cable for the MacBook. That's convenient. Wow, look at that phone. Yep. Hey, doggy. Hey, doggy. They're so cute. But this iPad, I'm probably gonna try and sell for $100. It's the 64GB LTE variant, so hopefully someone will actually buy this for whatever reason. It's good for grandmas, you know, FaceTime and all. Otherwise, it's pretty useless. Yes, yes. Yes. Yes, yes. What? Okay. MacBook. Man, I really haven't used this in a while. I used to use it a lot for video editing. No, there's no boot up chime. No boot up chime? Okay. Ignore that. That's like a really old drawing from like, what, 5th, 6th grade? I was still chubby back then, so definitely before 7th grade. I used to be an anime enjoyer, hence why I used to be so fat. So here's my cable situation. This was for the iPad. Now we only got one, which is for my iPhone, and the other that's chilling back there for my Smash Snug, which is currently not in use because we're currently on 1 week of iPhone. I do kind of miss my Android, but that's only because I can't really use YouTube Studio Desktop on this phone because of Google. Google is so annoying sometimes. It's where it's like, oh, yeah, sorry, you know your password and all, but you have to use another device to log in. I'm like, why? Why not my phone number? It's like, because we said so, sorry. Anyways, whenever one of these devices is charging with metal, I get this weird electrically hum feeling when I touch and grab it, you know? Also, it's really dusty. Really should have just let it rest all this time instead of using it constantly for stuff. Maybe the battery still holds like 20 minutes, half hour at most. Otherwise it just dies. There we go. Once it's gonna boot up, I shut it down earlier because it was on for like 1 billion years. Then I let it rest while my phone is exporting a video. And now it's still not done. It's concerning. Okay. Okay. Cool. Password, right. Oh wait, I used caps lock. Damn it. Hold on. Yes, I remember the password. Okay. I was actually worried if it was the wrong password or something. Anyways, TeamViewer. Oh yeah, I used to use TeamViewer back in the day when I was in school a lot. Did I do it right? Yes, I did. Good old Mac fan. What the hell? Why are you at 95 degrees Celsius? I didn't even do anything yet. What the hell?
The computer's not even warm on the outside. What the hell could be happening in there? 93, 93. Hold on. Bro, where's the heat coming from? I can't feel anything. God, that thermal paste has never been replaced. That could be it. Seriously, before I shut it off, it was 70 Celsius and it had 2 different Chrome tabs open. In total 4. Like windows, 2 Chrome windows. Now it's a 75 doing what exactly? Existing? Even existing exhausting for this laptop. But hey, it works. I won't judge. Yes. Okay, it's just bouncing up and down, that's concerning. Let me try and actually use Firefox. See if it still works. So, what I basically did was I retired my already retired iPad for a MacBook Air, which was made a year earlier. And this is the best idea ever because this MacBook already feels so much more snappier. Sure, it's louder because it has a fan, and it also runs a lot hotter, but actually no, the battery life is worse on this machine. Big time. God, please get back. Thank you. And whoops. Showed you something you shouldn't have seen. Where's YouTube? What am I gonna get recommended? And am I even signed in? Yeah, it does load a bit longer, but it can run 1080p videos on a screen that's a little better than 720p. Whoa. Whoa. It's definitely taking a while. Which Wi-Fi am I connected to? Ah, downstairs Wi-Fi. I haven't connected it to my Wi-Fi. Okay, so that's why I was lagging. Okay, slow. The keys feel very mushy. Not just mushy, but very mushy. It doesn't feel good at all. Typing on them. It's like a butterfly keyboard, but at least it works. Crap, what did they do? No caps lock, maybe? Try now. Try now. Try now. Try now. Try now. Come on. Yes! Okay, let's actually refresh now. And watch as it immediately gets in. Okay. God, you can tell I haven't used this in a while. The thing. Ah, cool. Oh, I used to play Roblox on this. An Android file transfer because I used to edit on my MacBook. iMovie. But seriously, this MacBook needs a better GPU, a faster CPU, or more cores. You know, if it just had like 3 cores, that would be awesome, and like 8 gigs of RAM, 4-core processor, 2 gigahertz base clock speed, double the storage at least, and you know, smaller bezels, you know, bigger screen in terms of smart bezels. Oh, I'm not signed in. Oh yeah, I used to be signing out of my devices because I remember someone trying to break in. Understandable. Random person, Nathaniel Drew. Oh my god, Sarah literally thinks she's going home. So yeah, as you can tell, I scrolled down like twice, haven't crashed, haven't needed to reload the website. Crazy. Okay, so I went to do a bunch of other things, and like that. I accidentally left the playback video running. How long? Almost half an hour. What my computer at? A little. Okay, it just jumped from 80 Celsius to 60 Celsius. Mid 60 Celsius. And guess what? It didn't crash. What? Computer are more powerful than iPad? To be fair, this computer is actually
thinner than the iPad. Yeah, actually, it is thinner. It's thinner than an iPad. What the hell, man? Probably silent, because all these videos, so this one and that one, are really bland. Balenciaga. Except, same goes for this one. What is it? Parents got me an Android phone. I can't tell if that's satire or not. Tell if that's actually what she wrote. If that's what she wrote. She looks retarded. She looks stupid. Oppenheimer style. Anyways, enough bullying random people on the internet that are way more successful than me and earn a buttload of money from doing YouTube. I'm gonna go take pictures of these Wi-Fi routers with my phone so I can sell it. Also, another good thing I found in Croatia: a micro USB charger. I can finally have one more for when I switch back to Android. This is gonna be useful. Actually, it's gonna be useful for my kitty cat headphones. Those pink ones. You know, that one? It's been very useful. But, that desk is really empty. All there is a keyboard and AC. Literally it. Let's go. Time to watch Linus Tech Tips. What is he uploaded? Gaming. Let's go. Having the time of their life. Look at them. Papa. Papa. I got that no brake riz, man. Hey guys, so I'm currently daily driving an iPhone 7 Plus from 2016 for a week. It's currently day 5 and it's gone really well. I'm currently using it right now and honestly, it's been a really good phone. So I was downstairs a lot, which means I didn't have my charger with me. It's upstairs here where I am here right now. I'm battery lasted pretty well. I started the day at 9:30 and right now it's 8 p.m. aka 20. So this phone lasted 9.5 hours with me using it all day and just charging a little bit in between the day, like 5-10% maybe. And yeah, now I'm down to 1% and it didn't die. And I was using it on the couch. I got warning, hey, you got 20%. I was like, okay, whatever. Hey, you got 10%. You know, after like quite a while actually. I was like, okay, I don't care. And then when I finally stopped using Facebook, you know, listing ads, well, not ads, but listing stuff I'm selling, I was like, oh, I have 1%. So I quickly, you know, plugged it back in, and I just, you know, now I'm up here charging the phone. Yeah, I'll show you a screenshot of how the day went with me using this phone. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, day 5 going well. Surprising enough, it's crazy that it's already day 5. So Thursday late evening, I get my Android back, which I'm both excited and both not. Excited to use Samsung Health, so I know how many calories I've been eating, because I've been writing it down here, but not seeing how many calories that is. And yeah, that's about it. Oh yeah, better cameras, as you can see. USB-C got on my Android. I really like USB-C because most of the chargers I have are either they're actually all my chargers are basically USB-C. Every now and then you might see a micro USB that's either plugged in, but usually not plugged in. and only one lightning port and, well, two lightning port chargers, but it's because that charger with another lightning port charger on it is like a combo sort of charger from a bank my brother got from. Then I got it. So it has micro USB on it, it has USB-C on it, USB-A on it, and the lightning port, which in grocery stores, for some reason, it's called an 8-pin charger instead of lightning port. Maybe to avoid copyright. I don't know. I'm not gonna say anything to Apple. Don't worry. Maybe. I don't know if I get a discount or something. It is day 6. I just finished lunch. It was pretty good, some Indian curry, and I was gonna talk about how I'm gonna keep using this iPhone. As a secondary phone, just for, if my main phone dies or whatever. And I was also gonna say how I'm gonna keep this laptop. Oh, I think it's okay now. But like, it was flickering when I started it up, but now it's mostly disappeared. I can't see it anymore. It was a weird flicker on the screen. I was like, "Oh God, did I break it?" But it wouldn't make sense if I did break it, because it was under this way deep wedged in there. So even if I rolled around while I was sleeping, it wouldn't have been possible for me to crush it, because this doesn't really let me go in there. Okay, this is the weak spot, but like, doesn't really let me go in, except like, if I were to directly do it, sure. But like, it's my entire body. Sleeping body against something really gentle, so I doubt it. So the MacBook I will absolutely keep using as a bedroom computer, because it's actually pretty good for, a MacBook. It's definitely worse than the HP ProBook I reviewed, but this laptop is so thin compared to that, and it's got better exhaust. Because it doesn't have one of those side exhausts, which is really good for a computer, but also really problematic if you have it on your lap, aka in your bed. So your blanket just kind of stuffs that exhaust, which is problematic. What I'm trying to say is, that laptop can run Roblox smoothly at 60 FPS on low to mid settings, while this one, console-like FPS, so around 30 FPS, trying to play Roblox in this computer. On low settings. You can maybe push it up to 3 points of graphics quality, but that's about it. Chrome is okay. Firefox is way better than Chrome in terms of responsiveness, because Chrome requires more CPU and RAM usage. Well, this computer doesn't really have that much power for that. This computer, at least. Let me check. Yeah. These are the specs. So 1.7 GHz dual core Intel Core i5, 4 GB of 1600 MHz DDR3, Intel HD graphics 4000, 1.5 gigabytes. And as you can see, the resolution is, the graphics card. Not really dedicated, it's on the CPU directly. And the display is 11.6 inches, which isn't that bad actually, for if it weren't for the bezels at least. It's a 1366 by 768 display, which, despite being very obvious on camera that it's a screen, you can see the pixels, I can't actually see the pixels in person unless I get this close. Yeah, now I can start to see the pixel grid. So it's actually not that bad, despite the fact it's not 1080p, which is a shame, because this phone is 1080p and it's a smaller screen. But it's still okay. Storage-wise, I'm not actually that happy about it. You get 128 gig flash drive with only 121 gigs usable, and as you can see, apps already take up 4.5, system takes up 11.24, and other, which I don't know what that is 12.19 gigs. So currently I have 92 gigs free. So video editing on this machine, when I did do video editing, was not fun. I remember having to plug in a 128 gigabyte USB stick into this USB 2.0 port and export it that way. That's how I exported the video, but just getting it onto the USB and hoping it'll work, and then uploading it from the USB with this computer onto my channel. That was how I exported my walking 45 kilometers. Yeah. What? 45? Jesus Christ. You guys really were really cool back then. I'm not saying you aren't cool anymore. You're still very cool for actually sticking around and watching these videos. But like seriously, look at iMovie. iMovie takes up the most. Firefox is pretty good. It's pretty light. It's not even half a gigabyte. TeamViewer is a little less. Roblox is the least in terms of fun. Max Fan Control is probably the most fun app because it makes my computer not burn to death. See? Oh. What the hell? That thermal paste really is chugging because it's from 2012. I should really buy a screwdriver kit for my iFixit with more screwdriver bits so I can actually open up this machine if these screws aren't stripped, which I hope they're not. Maybe I can even replace the battery if I'll have enough money after buying the iFixit kit. I don't know. We'll see. That's what I wanted to buy. Now I remember. Okay, so I will uninstall Google Chrome because I don't really use it anymore, and Firefox is superior in terms of performance on this thin and light laptop. So, bye-bye! There it goes. Don't really need this anymore. Remove from dock. There you go. Also, the reason why it's going to 100 Celsius and more is because of this being open. That's right, Roblox being open chugs the computer. What the hell, man? Yeah, it just tortures the computer. It's like, see? It's like kryptonite. Roblox on this computer is literally kryptonite. Look at how much it dropped. And we're not even in the low 90s or 90s whatsoever. We're not even in the 80s. We're in the mid 70s, high 70s. Yeah, it just bounces up and down. Yeah, see, it's either the thermal sensor is damaged or it's like such a big weird, I don't know, it's weird. It's not good at all. I'm actually gonna keep the iMovie software for video editing, which I apparently last accessed at 5 a.m. In January this year. So that's cool. When did I last access Roblox? Oh yeah, that was just now. Never mind. Okay, so yeah, we can close this for now. Yeah, so we should have a little bit more storage now. Nice. Support? None, probably. Service, I would... Oof. Up to 90 days of telephone technical support. I don't think I have that anymore. But yeah, the battery is pretty much screwed. It still somehow works better than my mom's battery on her laptop. Even though hers was a bigger battery, and it was removable. Well, this one isn't. It's in here, and it's, I think, bulging already. Hold on. Focus, please. Phone. There we go. Yeah, see, as you can see, it's bulging out already. So, yeah, that's why I want to get the iFixit bit screwdriver bits, so I can hopefully order a new battery for this laptop for a fair price. To be fair, I don't want a stupidly high price. And I'll be able to replace the battery, actually be able to carry this computer around, despite the fact that batteries, well, not the battery, but this chassis, I don't know what happened for that to happen. Probably because younger me was like, oh, no, I know this software, change control, yes, I want it to be as low as possible, I want this computer to be quiet. So yeah, child me was an absolute idiot, because like, having it on 2000 RPM, basically you can't hear it. And the problem with that is because the CPU temps will rise like nothing when you play Roblox, even on full blast. You can tell why that was a problem. So yeah, let's keep it on full blast forever. I'm doing it so the CPU, which is already struggling for its age and for that aging thermal paste, I'll just keep it on. Mozilla VPN!
So I have nothing to do for almost 4 hours. So I got bored and why don't we try to run 4K video? Maybe even 8K. You know what? Let's try 8K. Let me search for 8K on my channel. Because I know I have uploaded an 8K video before. And I have. Yep. I was crazy once. In 8K. Crazy. Okay. It looks awful. Okay, 1080p definitely runs smoothly. The only problem is the video is 24 FPS. So, 2K.
Oh, it's definitely taking a while to load. But once it's going, it works pretty well. Let's try full screen. Damn. That's not bad at all. Still running. And not poorly at all. There's no stutter or anything. If I skip forward. Also no stutter. I'm running this. Like, the Wi-Fi connection is from my Wi-Fi extender that's like over there. You know, in front of my bedroom. So not bad either. Let's try 4K. I doubt 4K works. But I mean 2K did pretty well. It's actually running.
Crazy. I was crazy.
Yeah, it's like, okay, as you can see, there are stutters every now and then. There's definitely stutters that happen every now and then. Oh, yeah, yeah. Sometimes it just freezes like that. The video keeps going. Ooh. So it does do 4K pretty well. For a little bit. Yep. Let's try 8K on this MacBook, huh? I'm curious. Can it even display the video, let alone run it? Wait a minute. This means the 4K video on this MacBook actually does fairly well compared to the Chewy laptop or Chewy Nettop PC. To be fair, macOS is a way lighter OS compared to Windows 11. I tested that Chewy on. To be fair, it did say it had Windows 10, but for some reason it had Windows 11. So I was lying. Oh! Wow, I moved like a centimeter. I can't even see the 8K. This display isn't even 1080p.
Make me go crazy.
It's not even...
Crazy. I was crazy once.
Yeah, so this is just audio pretty much.
Locked me in
Sometimes.
a room. A rubber room.
Cool.
A rubber room filled with
Thanks,
rats.
man.
Rats make me go crazy.
Oh, stutter. Sound
Crazy.
stutter.
I was crazy once.
You are very laggy. Yeah, I skipped back even. Not even that works well. Well, 8K, not the best. 4K is still doable, but the only resolution that's worth running on this is 1080p. Because at least it's still a little better than 720, but it's not quite 1080. That's the only issue. But yeah, it runs 720p very comfortably, and 1080p also very comfortably. 2K, it's not bad. 4K is doable. 8K is near impossible. 8K is more of just audio. Seriously, you can't even see past 1080p, let alone 1080p. Why would you want more than what you already have? So basically, 1080p ranges from 90 Celsius to 98. Luckily, never reaches 100. But when you run 2K resolution for a YouTube video, you get to 103 Celsius tops. So you're almost completely overwhelming the CPU and the CPU's built-in graphics. So don't try running 2K videos with dual monitors especially. So yeah, thank you. Progress so far. Got the super tiny heat. This is the heatsink for the CPU, dude. Super tiny heatsink off. I have no idea what this is. Planning on removing this metal on here, so I can, you know, use this as a heatsink too. And yeah, I gotta get this crusty paste off. It is very crusty. It is not even liquid. It is not nothing. It is like I don't know. It's random. Hey Michael. So just replace the thermal pads, or well, thermal paste on this MacBook Air, and we're actually in the mid 50s still while using it, which makes no sense considering the fact that the fan speed is on max and we don't have Firefox open. But it's still better than before in the goddamn mid 70s. So we're already 20 degrees cooler. I also removed the little black pads under this pad, or well, casing, to use the entire bottom of the MacBook as another heatsink for this computer. So gonna soon make a video on where I test Cinebench again with the improved settings. And run Roblox, because now we got new thermal paste. Before it was a crusty mess, as you saw. And
I haven't done that. So obviously I replaced it despite the fact that I need that thermal paste for my new desktop computer. But I mean, come on, this computer was in dire need of some assistance, so I gladly provided it, considering the fact it will still get a bunch of more use from me. So at least I wanted to be relaxed somewhat while I use it, you know? Not completely just dying while that's happening. Yeah, so as you can see, I'm pretty happy with this MacBook now. How it can run at like mid 30s at idle. And watching YouTube videos now is 60 to 70 Celsius at 1080p compared to the 90 to 100 Celsius from earlier because of the clogged fan, clogged heatsink, not using the bottom plate of this laptop as another heatsink, and the crusty thermal paste. There's also another chip that was completely exposed, had nothing on it, and I thought it would make contact with like the back plate if I put thermal paste on it. It didn't, so it just spread the thermal paste around. So yeah, whatever that chip is, probably running cooler now, cause thermal paste. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. It's yeah.
I I got oh no. I yeah, I did something dumb. You know the lightning port. You know, I kinda mistook it for USB-C just now. Oh thank God. Oh, why is that background so low res? What happened? Oh jeez. So you know how the lightning port has the connectors on the outside? Hope that USB still works. So I just jammed it in there like that. Just jammed it in. Accidentally made contact with the pins, right? Is that okay? Probably. And it just shut off the computer. Made a weird glitch artifact on the screen, then just shut off. You know. So, oh god, please don't tell me I fried this thing. Seriously, imagine I just fixed it. Now, okay. Okay. We're back. Oh yeah, we're back. Okay. Thank God. Oh. Yeah, and it's spinning that. Okay, that was concerning. Holy crap. It just died once I plugged it in because it usually just says, oh, USB accessories detected. Or USB accessories disabled when I put USB-C in there. USB. So don't put lightning port in USB-A. That's the dumbest thing I could have ever done. Oh, just don't be dumb, okay? Thank you.
So today is day 7 out of 7. So why am I still using the iPhone? Well, because I started this in the evening, so I gotta wait until evening before booting that phone up and using it again. The only thing I did use throughout this entire challenge that wasn't an Apple product is my watch. And that's because, honestly, I don't want to pay a couple $100 for a watch that I'm only gonna use like a week. Plus, if I don't like this iPhone, that's fine. I can use it as a secondary phone. Because holy crap, this is the second best phone I own, and that one's the best phone I own. Because it was the most expensive phone I ever paid for. 1100. Oh, and those were my data provider, so it was cheaper than the original price, which was 1480 euros instead of 1100. So I did save a bunch of money. But I still paid a lot of money. Am I bald? No, I'm not. Wow! I'm not gonna go bald too soon. That's cool. But yeah, I saved a bit of money buying that phone. It was pricey. This MacBook has got new thermal paste. It's clean as hell, and to prevent more dust from coming in as quickly, it is currently on this IKEA stand for tablets, but luckily this MacBook isn't that much bigger than the stand, so it fits fairly well on it. This is to reduce the amount of dust that comes in the computer and hopefully requires me to open it up less frequently, you know? Every 6 months I'll open it up, clean it up. I did, if you saw yesterday's video, I did order like 50 to 60 euros worth of parts for this MacBook. A new battery so I can actually use it on the go or in school, or instead of my HP laptop, which I let my brother borrow because it has a DVD drive, and more storage, half a terabyte of storage. Wow. Don't know what to do with the previous disk though, because it's non-proprietary. It doesn't use a good old M.2. It's the same type of NVMe M.2 SSDs, but the connector is purposely different. So I also had an adapter for that, because it's actually cheaper to get an adapter from M.2 to whatever connector this laptop uses than actually buying an SSD that already has that connector. Seriously, for half a terabyte, you'd pay 183 euros compared to 22 euros for an M.2 SSD that's also compatible with most M.2 compatible devices. So like most laptops and computers that are new or not super budgety. It's like above 300 euros or before like, what, 2010? 2000? I don't know, man. But it's definitely new. Computers mostly. So yeah, pretty cool. Having fun. I'm just watching what am I watching? How to replace clutch in your car or truck, full DIY guide. Even though my car probably won't have a clutch at all, I'll probably get an automatic. Because automatics are really easy to drive. You just step on the gas and go. You brake whenever you need to. Yeah. Cool, right? But I'm like really tired because I woke up at 7 a.m. and it's only 10:50 and I'm already tired after almost 4 hours of being awake. Because I had to wake up early for the gym and now back from the gym and did a bunch of cardio and I'm tired. But yeah, I'm sleepy, I'm tired, and I don't know, I'm cranky probably. I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, I'm charging my phone. Later today, I have to sell some USB adapters. Like one USB adapter for €5, but I'm trying to bargain with the seller, or sorry, buyer, if he'll take 3 for €10. I'll still profit from that. I'll still gain almost $5 from that. Thank you, AliExpress. You're very useful. No copyright.
Honestly, before I do, in the future at least, replace this battery in this MacBook, because the battery has ever so slightly expanded, and you know, I'm struggling to click the trackpad down too. Okay, relax. And the reason why I want to replace the battery is because, you know, it needs it needs to get swapped out, especially because of the fact that Firefox using just watching YouTube is apparently using a lot of energy for this battery at least. We're mostly running off of AC power or DC power, whatever. We're mostly running off of this. The battery is just making sure that I do get all the performance this MacBook can offer. Because if we were to run Cinebench and then just unplug it right before it starts, this computer would die in less than 5 minutes. I bet you. That's how weak the battery is. Start. Unplug. So last time we got a pretty decent score for how old this processor is. So 3rd generation i5, and it's also a low power version, is somehow half as fast as an 11th generation Intel i7 with more cores, double the cores, but the same TDP as before. Seriously, rendering single core still better than this multi-core, to be fair. Okay, let's watch the battery. See, it's 100%. Oh, using significant energy, Cinebench. Currently, it says we're at 100%. Damn, that. Oh, right. Full blast. Of course, right. The MacBook having it on auto, Apple purposely made it so that this fan turbos way later, so it's quiet most of the time, and you think, computer is not struggling at all. It's easy to use. Yeah, see, we're already down by almost 10 degrees Celsius, and we're still slowly going down in terms of temperature. But yeah, battery's still 100. But like I said, give it 5 minutes, it'll die. No more battery. Dunzo. Capiche? Theoretically, at least. I mean, that's how last time went. Yeah. What? Bro, I stopped filming for like 5 seconds. It's already dead. Literally. Look at that. Let's try and boot it on. Watch. Nothing. Let me hold that actually. Dead! Literally took like a minute. That wasn't even 5 minutes. Not even 2 minutes. It's already dead. Oh my god, that was quick. That was so quick. I'm actually... What the... 0%. 0%. What? So, as you just saw, it died. Oh my god, it's still going! Bro, the battery needs a service. It's 0% right now. It's dropped from 100%. And it was still it somehow saved the test even though it said no battery left. That is impressive. This MacBook is fairly resilient for 11 years old. Yeah, 11 years old. Not bad. But to be fair, that's unacceptable. The battery is obviously dunzo. AKA needs replacement battery. Which I'm buying from AliExpress, which is definitely not a fire hazard, so...
Bro. I unplugged it for like a moment. There's no way the battery's that weak. Hold on. What?
Oh, that's a nice touch. We've got little
Okay.
graphics that...
So, 100%, right? 100%. Oh, okay, that makes no sense. What happened? Now it's not dying. That was weird. That was random. That was so random. I am definitely gonna have to replace this battery very soon. Because I don't want to deal with this crap.
I just woke up. It's currently 8:30 p.m. Sure, I haven't fallen asleep for that long. But 8:30. Oh, that means the Apple challenge is over. Switching back to Android. Oh, what the hell? Phone feels bigger. Help. Why does it feel? It feels like a tablet now. Guys, let's boot it up together. Feels like a tablet. What the hell? Samsung. I did, however, miss this matte screen protector. Crazy. Except for on camera, apparently. Because, like, in real life, it's already dim here. Camera, it's almost the same. Because you can change its brightness. But, boot up. Oh, yeah, I gotta take the SIM card out of this phone, too. So I can't even film that part. Probably. Yeah, no, I can't. Boot up, please. Boot up. Come on. Boot up. Come on. Please. We're gonna boot up. Please. I'm kidding. It is taking a while, though. Camera raise. It's a long boot up. What the hell? You think the phone is so sad about it being not used for a week that it's just not gonna boot up? I mean, it should be fine because the screen did change. Come on! Come on! I'm not holding the buttons, by the way. Come on! Boot up already! Come on! We gotta boot up. Ah, there we go. How much battery do we have left? 676. So we only lost like what, 4%? I think. Cool. I did miss this background, but that was I found this background on my own. I will keep still using this MacBook and this iPhone as a secondary phone because I'm gonna do TikTok streaming, which is definitely not a bad idea. It is. It's a terrible idea. Or no, I could either do TikTok streaming or stream to my second channel as well. When I'm gonna do the PC build, I'm gonna crack out. I know. I'm gonna crack out my MacBook Air to stream on Xerxes. Okay, this MacBook right there. Which is awful quality, but I mean that's not my main channel. This is my main channel. And I'm also gonna do TikTok streaming on this phone. So I'm gonna be streaming to 3 different services. And to my main channel with this phone. So Yeah, let's hope that it goes well. I'm gonna do that as soon as all my PC components arrive, which I hope is soon. Or I don't know, maybe I won't stream it, maybe I will. I still don't know. But I will definitely use this phone as a second camera angle. Potentially. I hope. Oh, well, phone fell. This is a data cable, not just a charging cable. Considering it's 2 meters long. But, yeah, this is the end of the 7 days with iPhone challenge. Ended today evening. And, yeah. What have I learned from using the iPhone for 7 days? Well, I learned that iPhone isn't as bad as they kept saying it was, that it had no, useful features, that the UI was really hard to operate, and that the screen was lower resolution, because on paper at least, it's lower resolution than Samsung and some Android vendors. But in reality, you don't need more pixels than what I actually got, Sure, it's lower resolution screen, it's worse technology, LCD. For the older iPhones at least. The newer ones are all OLED at 120 Hz. Some with 10-bit rate colors, because it's enhanced through software, which is pretty cool. At least I think so. And cameras on the newer phones are also way better than this one. I mean, to be fair, a phone 7 years old, this phone being 7 years old, was shocking because I thought it was like, what, 4 to 5 years old, not 7 years old. Because the software support from Apple is outstanding. The build quality on their older iPhones are also outstanding, considering, like, if you take good care of it. I didn't, I'm so sorry. It can last you a real long time. Especially if you can, repair your own devices, Apple would let you. If Apple would let you, sorry. And, would I ever switch to an iPhone after I completely use up my Android and it gets no more security updates whatsoever? Probably. I try to get it through my data provider, because they usually have way better prices than buying these phones, by themselves. Because the iPhone 14 Pro Max half a terabyte, which is the iPhone equivalent to my phone, at least it should be, is 1,969 nice euros. So that's a lot more of my phone's standalone price of 1,480. That's why is my country pricing these phones so high? What's that? That's 460 euros more, right? No, 470. All I know is it's almost 500 euros more, which is a lot for a phone. Considering my phone was 1,100, I already think that was money down the drain. But yeah, that's about it. Honestly, laptop. What would I get? MacBook Pro probably, the 13-inch. But if I did have enough money, I would splurge for the 15-inch. If I just wanted something for, traveling around, nothing like video editing, which I want to get back into, or anything serious like programming, maybe even. Virtual machines? Are virtual machines good on MacBooks? I don't know. But if I need something like that, I'll probably get a MacBook Pro, 13-inch or 14-inch apparently, or the 15-inch or 16-inch. I think it's all those four options. I don't know. But if I needed something big for traveling, not for like horsepower, I'd probably get a large capacity and 16 gigs of RAM MacBook Air. And editing software with that, because I probably still try and get into editing, a light editing. I think even the MacBook Air could actually do editing. Considering my videos aren't even that hard to edit, I'd probably stick with the MacBook Air if I need a laptop. Watch. Well, Samsung did mess me over by not having any announcements before their new watch. Only having an announcement after they released it. For you to buy immediately. They did mess me up with this Galaxy Watch 3 Classic that I paid way too much for, considering their 4th generation is way cheaper, and I think the 5th generation is cheaper. I know the 4th is like really cheap. It's like under $300, sometimes even under 250 for a watch similar to mine. Because my watch is 370 with the 3-year warranty. 3-year warranty was $30, so the Galaxy Watch 3 Classic 45 millimeters. Also, new watches are expensive, so I'd probably stick with my watch for quite some time. But if I did need a new watch, Apple would definitely be on the table. But I'd probably end up looking at refurbished or just used from independent sellers. Or, I don't know, maybe from some Apple store. Used products in Slovenia. Probably. You want? Oh yeah, but going back to laptops. If I wanted the perfect MacBook Pro, like my type of MacBook Pro, I'd probably get a spec'd down, heavily spec'd down, 2012 MacBook Pro with the non-Retina display, and open it up myself and improve it that way, you know? Give it more RAM, you know, DDR3, give it more storage, replace the DVD drive, which I honestly probably won't use, with some hard drive or maybe even another SSD if I need to. If I am prone to dropping it, for example. Because, I mean, those old MacBook Pros, they can still pull, to be fair. They are louder than the new MacBooks, heavier, and got bigger bezels. And the display obviously is high res. However, the amount of ports you get and the upgradability and the starting price, if you upgrade it yourself, is really good. So yeah, I'd probably get. I also have that on my bucket list of which MacBooks to buy. Moving to tablets, that's an immediate iPad Air probably. I don't need the iPad Pro because that's a lot of power for a tablet. I mean, I'm already gonna have like a really expensive phone. I don't really want a tablet that's gonna be like the same power as the phone or even more powerful than the phone, because then I feel stupid for buying a tablet that outperforms my phone and not even using it that much. Probably buy an iPad Air refurbished from like a year or two ago, because those they get a lot better compared to the last generation. What about desktops? I firmly believe that for desktop I would rather stick with custom builds, or just old sleeper builds, because I'm not really interested in getting an Apple desktop, because it just feels like a laptop with, you know, more power, obviously, but it just, considering how powerful the laptops are, I don't see the point in getting a like Mac Studio, for example. At least for my needs, you know, I don't really need that much power, considering the price. I need my computer to do virtual machines well, which my new rig should do, with the dual CPU setup and 128 gigs of RAM and dual SSDs. Tomorrow I think I'll be able to go and pick up a 1 TB SSD for $50. At least I hope so. I don't know, maybe sooner, who knows, when this video comes out. But yeah, I think that. Oh yeah, phone. Sorry. Phones, right? What phone will I use after this Samsung? Well, I'll either splurge for the brand new iPhone something Pro, or the last generation iPhone something Pro Max, refurbished or used, because I hope prices fall enough. But honestly, if they don't, you know, have USB-Cs, be able to have custom software easily, you know, custom apps, and some other fun features that Android does have. Maybe a pen, I don't know. Pen is optional, to be fair. And being a flippy boy is also optional. But, if Samsung, like, if they genuinely improve their fold phones, then sure, the fold will also be on my bucket list. The flip is also really nice. I have to give it a mention. It's not on my list, but I definitely take a look at it. But I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't hold my breath if I was the flip on whether or not I'd buy it. But to be fair, my opinion will probably change in 5 years, or when this MacBook kicks the bucket or something else happens to it. I don't know. I am gonna upgrade this MacBook Air soon too. I'm probably gonna make a separate video for that where I upgrade this MacBook from 128 gigabytes of storage to half a terabyte, and then also do a complete battery replacement. And I gotta tell you, watch out for that video because that one is going to be really fun and really interesting to do. Because I actually like opening up this computer. It feels, everything feels more in place than on my Asus laptop, which used to be my main laptop. Despite the fact that this MacBook is less upgradable, everything feels like it should be there. Doesn't feel like you threw some components into a computer and called it a day, like my Asus. So thank you for making nice looking laptops, even on the insides, Apple. And yeah, that iPad 3rd generation I'm selling, I hate that tablet. That tablet was such a headache. Thank God this MacBook came in, because otherwise I would hate having to multitask with just this phone. But yeah, before I drag on this video any longer, thank you all for watching this 7-day series with iPhone. I hope it was fun and I did come out narcissistic. Because, you know, it's like, hey guys, I'm gonna be trying iPhone. so I hope I didn't come out narcissistic. I hope you enjoyed the series and that you know, if you learned something. If your stance on Apple has changed, if someone like me who never really wanted to try Apple or wanted to give it a try, or even, you know, bat an eye to their iPhones one bit, could change their opinion, maybe you change yours, I don't know. If you did like the series, comment down below and like the video, and if you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that bell, because I will try to upload more videos like these. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye. It also feels really heavy now. I mean, I know it's almost 300 grams of the case, but damn! What? Really heavy. Welp, surgery time. Get that SIM card out of you. Come on, man. And there goes the SIM card. Haha.
Put the SIM card. What is this? It's different. This one has like a springy boy. Like a plastic clip of sorts to clip it on. On the SIM 2, but not on the SIM 1. Inconsistencies! Yes, that means this challenge is officially over. We're gonna do it. There we go. It's over! Whoa! Whoa! Thank you for watching! I lived for 1 week. Look at how many notifications I got. Bro, there's still more. I'll just put it back in the case and wait for it to finish. Jesus Christ. And also edit this video then.